In today's video, I'm gonna explain how I went from looking like this to looking like this. And I'm gonna explain to you how you can do it as well, and how I believe we're about to witness a fitness revolution. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and we just ended the Pro Physique Transformation Challenge where almost 2,000 individuals entered to win $50,000 cash prizes, and we announced the winners. That's right, we're gonna be sending out some monies, some checks, some cash, some greenbacks, dollar bills to the winners. But more than that, I want to explain to you how you can get in a good place and lose some body fat. So I'm gonna scroll right here and show you guys some of these Transformation Challenge. The top 20 men and women did such an amazing job losing body fat that, part of the process of helping them was putting them in a group. Now we send everybody nutrition plans and training plans, but I got this thought going on in my head because I've worked with so many clients over the years and I've tried all these various things. I've tried these things myself, and I really believe we're experiencing kind of a revolution in the way that we look at getting in shape, staying in shape, being healthy, right? There's so much overcomplication of the process, okay? But there's one staple that I think we should all be doing. And if you guys have been watching my videos for any amount of time, you know I've preached about the value of low intensity, steady state cardio. Now, a lot of people have made a lot of claims about high intensity cardio. So we're gonna talk about the reasons and how you should start it and how much you should be doing. And a lot of this is not only anecdote based, meaning anecdote as far as what I see with myself and what I see with my clients, okay? By walking, I was able to get as lean as I needed to get for bodybuilding competition. Now, not everyone wants to get that lean, nor should you. It's not really the greatest place to be if we're talking about maintaining a stable physique, but it is fun to do, okay? It is a challenge, and part of that challenge is the goal, right? I have a goal, I have a date, and that's what the 90-day transformation challenge really drives home, is that you have a deadline. So first things first, if you're trying to lose weight and you really don't know how to go about it, set a goal, set a deadline, give yourself a date. You know, a really great one if you're not doing a challenge or a competition is just set a date for some time that you know you're gonna be near a beach, going on vacation, going on a cruise, trying to look good for maybe a music festival, something where your physique is gonna be on display, and it's going to help your decisions week by week. But let's talk a little bit about what the research suggests. The first study that I'm gonna list below, if you look under studies, I'm gonna list 3. The first one talks about the effects of doing cardio on appetite, where they put people in a room after having performed cardio at various styles. And what they found that was the group that did high intensity exercise, when they were given food to eat as much as they want, they overate their caloric needs. Whereas the group that didn't do high intensity exercise did not overeat their caloric needs. And why does this matter, Paul? Well, a lot has been made of high intensity cardio, and for good reason, okay? It really does burn a ton of calories, not only during exercise, but after as well, through the use of excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. But it was often touted as a miracle cure for fat loss, but there's a few problems with that. One, it's kind of hard to perform high intensity cardio, right? It's not something that people can just start off doing. You put somebody who's obese or very out of shape in a position where they have to sprint, and you're probably looking at an injury and perhaps looking at cardiac arrest, right? So there's a lot of problems with high intensity cardio. What I found personally, the adaptations to high intensity cardio, when I was doing 2 to 3, even 4 sessions a week while I was lean, was the insatiable hunger. I never felt full. What did I switch to? Well, I switched to a lower intensity, steady state style. And this study actually kind of shows really what the reason for that was. It shows that those people that do high intensity cardio, while yes, you might burn more calories during and might burn more calories after, what you're actually doing is creating such a large energy deficit that your body overcompensates, okay? And that's something that, as long as you're paying attention to, it might not necessarily be a problem, but we're looking for easy solutions here. This is the easiest way to get it done. Now, study number 2 is actually done by the American College of Sports Medicine, and they looked at the appropriate amount of cardio, and this is really what's going to tell us where to start to get the weight loss going. And they found that 150 minutes per week of moderate exercise was appropriate for reducing obesity. It also helped with things like hunger. So where you have one modality of cardio, high intensity, that can create more hunger, you have another modality of cardio, the lower intensity variety, that actually reduces hunger and helps us stave off hunger signals. So the real value there is that we could be potentially helping our diet. Because ultimately, what's gonna determine our success when it comes to losing weight real easy is creating an approach to our diet that is very consistent, very easy to maintain, while also increasing our daily activity. Now, 150 minutes a week, that's not so bad. That's 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, and you get a couple recovery days, but they also suggest that you gradually increase that over time. Study number 3 was an interesting study because they actually did a diet intervention, but along with the diet intervention, they had other members of the study do the diet intervention plus walking daily. That's right. The group that did the walking along with the exercise lost an additional 4 pounds of body fat in the period. They also reported signs that they were not as hungry as the group that did not have the exercise. So you think about someone restricting calories and someone restricting calories plus doing some exercise, you would think that the group doing the exercise would actually be hungrier, but it turns out with the low intensity, steady state cardio, well, you can see how that works. It actually blunts some of the hunger signals that we might get. And I also don't want to downplay some of the psychological benefits of walking. If you can get outside and walk, get on a treadmill and walk. If you can get outside and move, there's a psychological component there. You feel good, you feel euphoric. You can use this time for some like self-care, okay? It doesn't have to be go in the gym and beat yourself up and kind of run yourself into the ground to get into shape. You can use this time to call people, listen to something motivational, a podcast, some music. You know, sometimes what I'll do is I'll set up phone calls so that I'm walking while I'm doing the phone call. So now I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone, okay? The entry level for exercise is very low. You just need some shoes, right? And you just get moving. And if you have no idea where to start with your diet, listen, that's a whole other video. But the easiest way is clearly to start walking. And this is why I believe the fitness revolution is about to happen, because I feel like people are starting to get on board with this idea of walking. I mean, look back to the times of your life when you were in the best shape. You know, for me personally, it's probably high school. I could not sit still. You know, I literally played baseball, basketball, football, volleyball. Heck, I even ran to the tennis court sometimes when we were bored. I would find tennis balls in the woods behind the tennis court because I couldn't even afford to buy tennis balls, and me and my friends would play tennis for hours. We found ways to move, but guess what happens when you get older? You get a job, you get responsibilities, you gotta sit in your car, you gotta sit at your desk. We're moving less. The fitness revolution is gonna be about people figuring out that you gotta get back to moving more. Now, we're gonna do another transformation challenge in a few months, and I got a really serious question for you guys. I'm thinking about taking this beard off. Yeah, I'm 45 years old, and you know, I've had this beard for about a year, and it is so white, but really the real reason I wanna take it off is, it's getting to be summer in Florida. The temperatures have been in the 90s, so question for you guys. Keep it? Trim it shorter? What do you think? Or just buzz the sucker off? I don't know if I'm gonna let you guys impact my decision on that, but I've been looking for a change. All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this topic around the easiest way to lose body fat.